Quick note, today's episode is based on widely reported August 2025 updates. Details evolve, links and notes in the show page. Also, if this is your first time here, hit subscribe to George AI Freedom so you never miss the signal through the AI noise. Coming up, GPT-5's headline upgrades you'll notice in your day-to-day, from complex writing to healthcare insights. Let's start with GPT-5. Launched August 7, it's positioned for expert-level intelligence, stronger reasoning, cleaner code synthesis, and multimodal that actually feels seamless. Think, handing it gnarly, multi-step business tasks and getting back structured, defensible work products. Early users say it tackles complex briefs better than its predecessors and is especially sharp on technical writing and analytics. But some say the personality got colder. In 30 seconds, what happened and how OpenAI responded. Rollout wrinkles. Analysts and users flagged GPT-5 as colder, more precise, less personable. OpenAI reportedly re-enabled GPT 4.0 for some users and tuned GPT-5 for warmth and reliability. My read, they pushed the dial toward expert tone, then nudged it back toward human connection. Clearly, net effect, better results on hard tasks with a softer edge returning. Next, OpenAI's open-source plot twist that could reshape developer stacks overnight. The surprise? GPT-OSS. OpenAI has open-sourced two models, GPT-OSS 120B and GPT-OSS 20B, under Apache 2.0 licensing. This signifies permissive licensing, local deployment, and real competition for closed models, providing serious leverage for developers. The 120B is aimed at high-end setups and research, while the 20B model caters to consumer hardware and edge deployments. If cost or privacy has been a challenge, this development opens a new path. Let's explore why these open weights are strategically significant beyond just their technical aspects. Why does this matter? Open weights shift the power to developers and enterprises. They offer cost control, custom fine-tuning, and on-prem privacy without vendor lock-in. We can expect fast growth in OSS ecosystems such as tooling, adapters, and evaluations. Closed models may still lead in peak capability, but the default approach for many workflows has now shifted towards owning your stack. Next, we'll dive into the government angle as ChatGPT becomes officially purchasable for U.S. agencies, featuring enhanced privacy and security. In the enterprise and public sector, OpenAI has struck deals making ChatGPT available for U.S. government purchase with enhanced privacy and security features. This development grants a green light to agencies needing procurement clarity. If you work in government IT or as a contractor, the barriers have been lowered, allowing skunkworks pilots to become legitimate projects. Now let's discuss what this means for vendors and how it impacts the compliance checklist. The implications are clear: faster pilots, clearer data boundaries, and standardized risk assessments. If you're selling into government, align your use cases with mission outcomes, ensure all interactions are logged, and comply with privacy controls right from the start. RFPs are on the way. Be prepared with a strong security narrative, not just a demo. Now, let's shift gears to Anthropic and Claude Opus 4.1 and discuss why it's the most agentic Claude yet. Anthropic launched Claude Opus 4.1, their strongest model to date, known for agentic workflows and serious coding chops. Think delegated sequences. Ingest this, reason across that, draft the plan, write the code, validate the result. If you liked Claude's grounded style and guardrails, 4.1 doubles down on controlled autonomy. Next, let's discuss Anthropic's push into government access and their safety playbook. Claude is now broadly available to U.S. agencies via the GSA schedule, with enterprise privacy and security controls. Policy-wise, Anthropic emphasized new usage policies, safety features, and even nuclear-related AI safeguards. The message is powerful agents, disciplined boundaries. Coming up, we'll explore the money moves. Anthropic reportedly eyeing up to $10 billion in new funding, OpenAI's valuation shift. Reports indicate Anthropic is in talks for up to $10 billion, fueling compute, research, and GTM efforts. Meanwhile, OpenAI is reportedly allowing employees to sell equity at valuations reaching $500 billion. Capital is flowing to whoever can scale capability, reliability, and distribution the fastest. In just a moment, we'll look at Anthropic's international stride and why Japan matters. Anthropic appointed Hidetoshi Tojo as head of Japan and announced education and AI fluency initiatives for higher education. Japan is a savvy market for applied AI, known for enterprise discipline, manufacturing depth, and public sector modernization. Expect academically anchored pilots that convert into national-scale deployments. Finally, let's consider which model is best suited for various tasks: GPT-5 versus Claude Opus 4.1 versus GPT-OSS. Match the tool to the task. Need peak performance on complex cross-domain tasks with rich multimodal? GPT-5 is your closer. Need steady agentic behavior, explainability, and strong coding with guardrails? Claude Opus 4.1 shines. Need control, cost predictability, or on-prem privacy? GPT-OSS 20B/120B give you ownership, especially paired with retrieval and fine-tunes. In 30 seconds, open source versus closed, the decision tree. When to go open source: data sensitivity, latency, cost ceilings, and customization. When to go closed: you need absolute top-tier capability, cutting-edge multimodal, or battle-tested reliability at scale. Hybrid often wins. OSS for pre-processing and on-device work, closed API for the hardest reasoning steps. Up next, builders and startups. How to exploit this week's shift. Builders. Prototype with GPT-OSS to control cost and ship fast. Benchmark 4.1 and 5 for the critical path. Add evals early, automate regression tests, and instrument your agent workflows. Own your data pipes and prompts, keep providers swappable. Your moat is speed to learning plus distribution, not just your model pick. In 30 seconds, enterprises and government, the compliance checklist you need now. Enterprises and Gov. 1. Data classification. What can touch external APIs? 2. Logging and auditability. Capture prompts, outputs, and tool calls. 3. Human in the loop for high-stakes actions. 4. Bias and safety evals aligned to policy. 5. Vendor redundancy. One closed, one OSS path. 6. Procurement language that mandates model transparency and incident response. Next, safety and policy, the real competitive frontier. Safety is strategy. OpenAI leans into capability and distribution. Anthropic leans into constitutional safety and controllable agents. OSS leans into transparency and community scrutiny. The winner per domain will be whoever pairs usable power with provable reliability. Expect standardized eval suites to influence purchasing as much as benchmarks. Coming up, near-term predictions for the next 90 days. 3 predictions. 1. OSS adoption spikes in regulated industries for pre-processing and on-device inference. 2. A wave of agent ops tools, debuggers, sandboxes, and policy engines becomes standard. 3. Gov and Fortune 500 issue internal AI playbooks that bless specific models for specific tasks, tightening the field to 2 to 3 defaults. In 30 seconds, your action plan this week, plus a quick favor. Action plan. Pick one high-value workflow, run it across GPT-5, Claude Opus 4.1, and GPT-OSS. Measure cost, latency, and quality. Lock in a hybrid architecture with evals and observability. And hey, if this helped, subscribe to George AI Freedom and leave a quick rating. It really helps the show reach more builders and decision makers. Final wrap next, key takeaways, and the teaser for our next episode. Wrap. August 2025 isn't just an update, it's a fork in the road. OpenAI pushes peak capability and shocks with open weights. Anthropic doubles down on agentic reliability and safety while lining up capital and government access. Your edge comes from matching tasks to models, instrumenting results, and keeping your stack flexible. CTA. Subscribe to George AI Freedom, share this episode with one colleague who needs it, and drop your questions for a listener mailbag next week. I'm George. Stay free, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.